Hi Cancer, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me in this reading. I'm going to be using the Lightseers deck and the Lover's Oracle deck in the reading. So remember to take what resonates and to leave behind whatever you feel does not from the reading. So let's find out what messages come through with the cards. So the first card we have is the Two of Cups. With this card, we could be dealing with a water sign, so a Cancer, Pisces, or even Scorpio. Next, we have the Ace of Swords, and with the Ace of Swords, you could be dealing with an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, or even Aquarius. And finally, we have the Death card in the reverse, and with the Death card, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands, which is showing fire sign energy. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Leo, or even an Aries. Okay, so this Two of Cups, this card, this does show a very supportive energy. It's almost as if somebody is in your corner. This shows someone who has a lot of respect for you, and that goes both ways. And also with this Two of Cups, this does show that kind of an eye-to-eye kind of a connection. It's like you are able to also really connect on some level that feels as though you understand this person deeply, or they understand you deeply as well. So that does show heart to heart, but it also shows a very effective kind of a partnership to have with somebody. So this shows things being really in alignment as far as the way you connect with somebody, and also meeting somebody that you may feel as though you and this person are kindred spirits. So this does show a very strong bond between two people, and that can make quite a powerful duo even. And what with it being cups, this could be a romantic relationship that is also very compatible, that it can also be a partnership as far as also in other areas of your life. So this does show you being able to work with somebody who shares your vision and even shares your values and even perhaps shares your mindset, and there is that mutual energy that does connect you. With this Ace of Swords, this card does show that with this person, you really do open their mind. I'm getting that there is this way of looking at the world that perhaps you expose this person to, that does allow for them to feel as though they really do learn quite a lot, so that perhaps they had never thought of before. So this Ace of Wands, this does show also being able to really have that appreciation, intellectual kind of a connection that does allow for some curiosity and also for some learning. And this card is also a very truthful kind of a connection to share with somebody. So I am getting that you and this person, you also have that very honest and even very intellectual kind of a connection with this person. And I'm getting that this person appreciates you for your mind. There is something about your mind that stands out. And with this Ace of Swords, this does also show new beginnings. So this could even be about perhaps this person conveying some kind of truth to you, and even being able to experience a new beginning with information that perhaps you did not have access to before. And with this Death card in the reverse, with this Death card, this does show an energy of almost wanting to stay in a place because it's comfortable. So this card doesn't show an end. This shows more of a stagnant kind of an energy. So it is about, perhaps this is being in a place where you are processing information, and that is why there may be somewhat of a halt as far as things progressing or being able to take action. This card does show perhaps staying in one place for a little bit longer. And this Death card, this could also show this other person maybe perhaps in a space whereby they themselves are also, they may want a lot, but it seems as though perhaps fear may be fueling this inability to allow a lot in right now with this person. So this card does show almost kind of staying in a comfort zone with this person. So I am getting that this perhaps slows things down, or there could even be that sense of just needing to process things, and that could create somewhat of a delay when it comes to the progress of things. So this is a little bit of a stagnant energy when it comes to this person really committing themselves to a course of action. I'm getting that perhaps at this time they may hold off on taking the plunge. And with the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, this card shows more fast energy. So this card does show wanting to start things really quickly. I'm getting this card being a kind of energy of perhaps a very quick kind of a connection. It's almost as though you recognize your similarities and even recognize that connection between you and somebody else, and happens rather quickly. It may be obvious and something that's easy to sense as well, this Eight of Wands. So this Eight of Wands does show very progressive energy, being able to move things quickly, and it's also about being more certain. So this Eight of Wands does also show an energy of communication that comes in, and even answers that come into any of your questions. With that, there are opportunities and possibilities with this Eight of Wands, and it's very exciting kind of energy. So this is about also moving things forward and progressing things forward. So this card does show that that may be the intention of the connection that you share with somebody, and even the results of being able to partner up with somebody. I am getting that it does work out. It is one that results in that fast kind of progress. And this Eight of Wands also shows opportunities. So there could also be that opportunities that do come in. And I'm seeing that with this Eight of Wands, and that being communication, information that comes in very quickly. You may also be perhaps exposing this person to what feels like a whole other world when it comes to the way they perceive things, and that they perhaps perceive things that may have happened in the past, or this connection itself is one that is expansive as well. But at the same time, I'm getting that perhaps that might make this person nervous somewhat with the Death card in the reverse. Because with this Death card, this is an energy of, it's like they're afraid of the unknown, of perhaps even experiencing something that is very intense, or a kind of a connection like this one, maybe new to them, or it is one that does also bring or highlight something that they may have experienced in their past. But I am getting them perhaps needing just a moment to be able to process something with that Death card. This card does show slowing things down, and a need to be able to delay things and pause before really embracing a change or diving deeper with you. So I'm going to pull out a card from the Lovers Oracle deck for the reading, and I'm going to start with a card for you, Cancer. So this is the card that came out. It says, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Okay, I'm going to pull out a card for this other person or anybody else that you may be dealing with. So this is the card that came out. It says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. And finally, I'm going to pull out a card for this overall reading. So this is the card that came out. It says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Okay, so with this card that came out for you, Cancer, I'm getting this card pertaining to the Death card in the reverse. And with this card, this is about being able to kind of relinquish control. So there could be an offer that is coming in. There could be an offer that you are anticipating as well. But with this card, this does show an energy of feeling like you are not ready, or you may be very ready, or another person may be perhaps not ready at this time. But with this card, this does show perhaps feeling somewhat frustrated with not being able to move faster than what you are moving right now. But with this card, this is about also having that relinquishing of control and being patient in that situation. And I'm getting an offer being presented to you that meets your standards with that Two of Cups. And that may be soon to come, but it would require your acceptance and your readiness. And with this card that came out for this other person in the center of this reading, I'm getting this card pertaining to the Ace of Swords. And with this Ace of Swords, there could be some kind of a decision making that is also taking place. But I am getting with this card that there could be that need to be able to think their thoughts and to feel their feelings instead of the other way around when it comes to that. This could be something that does lead to some hesitation on this person's part, or this could be you trying to evaluate this person and their intentions. But with this card that came out for the overall reading, I'm getting this card pertaining to the Two of Cups. So with this Two of Cups, this does show a really nice connection to have with somebody. So I am getting that perhaps there may be somewhat of a barrier with that Death card showing up in the reverse, but I'm also getting that perhaps that barrier may be one that is not really rooted in reality. It could be about perhaps fears or any hesitations based on limiting beliefs that may have come about from past experiences, or fears about the future that are projected onto a future. So I am getting that with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Swords, the barrier between being able to take things to the next level and really progress things with that Eight of Wands is really this Death card in the reverse. So that could be somewhat of a fear that is also perhaps lingering. And with that Ace of Swords, I'm getting that perhaps some kind of a conversation and a heart-to-heart or a discussion may also help. Also with the Eight of Wands, this does show being able to communicate, being able to receive feedback, answers, response. So that could be on the horizon and bringing in this Two of Cups offer to you. Okay, so that is the message I'm getting with these cards, Cancer. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will speak to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Cancer.